This is an unfair fight to the death in an ancient Roman arena. Unarmed prisoners, facing a pack of ferocious beasts. To make the crowd go even wilder, they drugged the animals, to make them more aggressive. The slave masters up in the stands watched with excitement, but they weren't staring at the beasts. They were watching a man named Hanno. Even with both hands tied behind his back, he dodged every attack again and again. He even snapped off one of the beast's fangs. The animal went completely berserk, and launched itself straight at him, but Hanno grabbed it by the arm, and blocked the bite. Then in the next second, he bit back. The beast thrashed in agony. The beast let out a furious roar, but Hanno didn't take a single step back. He answered it the exact same way. The beast was instantly stunned by Hanno. In a panic, it lunged at him again, but Hanno caught it by the throat and squeezed. The beast fought to break free, but couldn't. Within moments, Hanno choked it to death with his bare hands. The crowd exploded. A slave master saw how savage this man was, and paid a fortune for him on the spot. He made him a special gladiator, to compete in the official games at the Roman Colosseum. And the fights here were far more brutal than anything before. Their very first opponent was a massive rhinoceros. On its back stood an armored warrior. He was the undefeated legend of this arena. When the war drums sounded, the battle erupted instantly. But faced with the rhino's overwhelming power, every gladiator could only scramble to avoid it. Then in the next second, one gladiator got slammed to the ground. Luckily the injury wasn't fatal. He got up and ran. That's when the armored warrior suddenly hurled a bolus. The gladiator had no time to dodge. His legs got tangled up, and he crashed hard to the ground. The crowd burst into cheers, but while every other gladiator was frozen with fear, Hanno suddenly drove his sword into the dirt, then grabbed a handful of sand. The armored warrior thought Hanno was taunting him, so he charged straight at him on the rhino. But at the very last second, Hanno flung the sand into the air, then twisted to the side, and dodged the impact. The rhino slammed full force into the wall. The entire arena erupted. Without the rhino, the armored warrior was no match for Hanno. Hanno drove a sword straight through his chest, and Hanno became the new champion of the arena. But he felt no joy at all, because what was coming next would only be more brutal. This fight was nothing like the ones before. The entire arena was flooded with seawater, and beneath the surface were dozens of starving sharks. Each side had one warship, but the Roman navy was far better equipped. They could also attack from a distance with arrows, and if anyone fell into the water, only one thing was waiting for them: becoming shark food.